This is another quick update on the status of CiderPress II. This is for version 0.4. I wanted to talk about some of the new ways to add and extract files. So the original CiderPress has this sort of crazy dialog with all kinds of options and buttons and such. Um, the one kind of saving grace about it is these two buttons at the bottom. So there's configure to preserve Apple II formats, which extracts things in pretty much a pure form, and then there's configure for easy access in Windows, which will convert um, text files to Windows format, graphics to something Windows can use, and so on. That's nice, but it's a little more complicated than maybe it needs to be. So CiderPress II, we have add and extract, import and export as separate operations. So instead of it being something that you pick during the extract, it is a decidedly separate operation. All those fancy options end up in this side panel over here, and the reason why is that not only does it need to work for the add, extract, import, export, it also needs to work for drag and drop and copy and paste. So for example, if I set for extract, I set the preservation mode to naps, which adds that familiar looking string on the end. When I extract it, you get #062000, and you get a file that is really just the original Apple II file. If I change it to import export and drag and drop, instead you get the image converted to a PNG file. If, for example, you were writing an email, you could say add extract, set for Apple single, drag and drop. There's your Apple single file, set for import export, drop the image into the email. If we continue this in a different direction, we've got this very simple basic program. We're still set for import export, so when we drag it out, it's a text file. Open it up, add a little bit of enthusiasm, drag it back in, overwrite, and there's your updated file. If you want to move files into a subdirectory, you drag and drop. Now it's in the subdirectory. If you want to copy things around between archives, we're going to do add and extract because we don't want it to be modified. And we'll take this teach file and we'll just drag it over here. Now you'll notice this is actually a zip archive, but we've got the resource fork, the data fork, we've got the file types. Normally you can't do that in a zip archive, and we actually aren't right now. What we're doing is we're using this thing that Apple defined when you create zip files on a Macintosh, where it's got this under Mac OS X thing, which uses the Apple double format to record attributes, resource forks, and so on. But we just show it as in a transparent fashion. So if we look at that sample again, we can now copy it to the clipboard, paste it, and of course this is a notepad window, so you just get text. If we had a Word document and we hit paste, we get it with all the styles. If we go back to this guy, do black and white, copy it, paste it in. So this is still in development, but it's really close to an alpha release. And that's it.